What's up, guys? Until Nick here, and today I'm going to be talking about The World Ends With You Final Remix. Now, this game is coming out in October 12th, and we've known about it ever since that Nintendo Direct back a while ago. I think it's almost been a year, and I've been hyped for it ever since. Until now, kind of. So, The World Ends With You is a great game. I absolutely love this game to death. It is my third favorite game of all time, and it's a great RPG that I feel like anyone should experience, because it really is a great game, even talking about like real life situations, and it's very inspirational, has a great story, great gameplay, great like dialogue and characters, great setting, even being like the actual Shibuya basically. It's a great game and I absolutely love it. And seeing that it was getting a remake, being the final remix, I was really excited for. Until now. That's because of kind of two main things. One, the price. And two, the date. Now, let's just go with the date first. The date isn't really that important, but they could have done it 10-4, which is the main building of The World Ends With You. 10-4 is this big like shopping building, I think, in Shibuya, and they could have had the opportunity of releasing this game October 4th, 10-4, but they didn't. Instead, they're like, oh, we're gonna push it 6 days later, or no, 8 days later. Sorry for my math. We're gonna push it 8 days later, and we're gonna make it 10-12. Yeah, you couldn't have done all that work in 8 days and just release it 10-4, because that would have been a pretty cool reference, but no, they decided to do 10-12. Don't really understand why, but yeah. I understand why it's doing it in October, because, you know, September you have like Xenoblade Chronicles 2's Torn of the Golden Country, you know, and then you got in what is it, November, I think you got Super Mario Party. And then in December, you have, of course, Smash Brothers. So for October, there really isn't anything, but they decided to put The World Ends With You. But the fact that they're doing it the 12th instead of the 4th, which would have been a great opportunity to do the 4th, would have been great. But they didn't, which is really stupid. Because that would have been a really cool reference, and would have been a cool way to release the game. But they didn't. So, yeah, that just already kind of is annoying. It's not really that big of a deal, but I thought it would have been cool. Anyway, the second thing is the price. This is a $50 game. I don't know why, but it's a $50 game of a remake of a DS game that's, what, 9 years old? I don't understand. It, like, okay, the graphics are updated, there's a little bit more content, and yet it's a game that was $40 on the DS. Now is increased by $10 more, even though it's a 9-year-old game. Does that make any sense? Also, to mention the fact that there's a solo remix that was made back in 2012 for the iPhone and Android, and yet that is only $17. Does that make any sense? And like the $17 solo remix on the iPhone and the Android has those like kind of crisp, cool graphics that I think the final remix is going to have, yet that's a $17 game. Everything is included from the DS game that was $40. There's no new content, but it's better graphics, and it's for the iPhone. And sure, it's like a little bit, the gameplay is a little bit different, and I think the same is going to be for the Switch, because there's no dual screen like it in the original DS version. But there has to be a lot of new content to change it from a $17 game to a $50 game. A lot of new content. From a $40 game to a $17 game to now a $50 game. And I get it's the final remix. I get that they're updating the graphics. I don't know if they're going to have like voice acting, but if they do, then that's cool. But I don't think that's going to be worth, what is it, $33, if my math is correct. So that's stupid. I get it's getting a physical copy, but so does like other games like Flint Hook, and that's $15. Like Rocket League, that's $20. But a $50 game. I mean, I know that they're giving more content. We don't know exactly the exact details of what the new content is, but there has to be a lot, and I mean a lot of new content for it changing from a $40 game to a $17 game to now a $50 game. $10 more than its original price on the DS. And personally, I prefer the DS version better, probably because of the dual screen and the being able to control both characters, one on the top screen and one being on the bottom screen, one using the D-pad and one using the stylus. And I don't really know the solo remix that much because I haven't played it on the iPhone, but having those controls I don't think will compare to the DS original. So yeah, that is my kind of rant, my dislikes of The World Ends With You Final Remix. It's a great game, but so far what we know about it right now for the Final Remix, this remake, is really making me not want to buy this game. And I love this game. This is my third favorite game of all time, and yet it's $50. They ruined the release date, and I don't even think it has like a special edition or anything like that. So it's not anything like really special like that you're getting for $50. It's just the game that you can get for free basically if you like pirate it or whatever. You can get it on the DS, and like sure they're adding new content like they said, but we don't have enough details to know how much content that is. So I might be mistaken about this whole ranting thing, but so far, changing from a $17 game to a $50 game, there has to be a lot more new content in this, because it's basically the same thing as what it would be on the phone, except it's adding a little bit new content. I mean, sure, if they're adding voice acting, that would be cool too, but I don't know if they're gonna do that. And we haven't really seen. We saw a new trailer, I think a week ago, and that was a confirmation of the release date and also the price from like Walmart and Best Buy. Put it up for $50, and it's really getting on my nerves, and I don't even know if I want to buy this game because of the price. $50 for a game that I already have that was $40 back on the DS, just for a little bit of new content. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna get that unless the new content is really, really good and a lot, like the Torn and the Golden Country with that DLC and stuff. I don't think I'm gonna buy this game, but that's just my thoughts of The World Ends With You. A little bit of different of a video. Hope you guys enjoy, but that's just what I think. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. But until then, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for other things Nintendo right here on Tell Nick. Bye.